Last week I shared with you the homeschool resources that we will be using for my kindergartner and my third grader. And the time has come for me to share my very favorite homeschool subjects with you all, the family subjects. If you saw our previous videos, you noticed that in the third grade and kindergarten video, I didn't include much of the social studies, history, geography, science, because those are all subjects that we do as a family all together. And I love doing it that way. It is just so sweet. These are also the subjects that we lean a bit more into a Charlotte Mason style. Her philosophy really inspires me, but I wouldn't say I'm a purist in any way. We definitely use workbooks and things like that, especially for language arts and math. But I really do feel like a literature-based approach is the best way to learn science and all those kind of things. I find it really interesting that these are my favorite subjects because when I was a kid, I hated history and I did really bad in history. I remember one time when I was in high school, I completely rewrote all of my notes from history class and still failed the test. It just didn't work for my brain. The way that they taught me history didn't work. But when I realized that that is not the only way or the best way to teach history, my perspective completely changed. So if you want to see what we're going to be using this year for science and social studies, stick around. Hello, welcome to my Familia Homeschool. My name is Marissa. I live in Miami with my husband and my 3 daughters. We are a homeschooling family, and over here I love talking about all things motherhood and all things homeschool. So if that piques your interest, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Like I said in the beginning, today we are going to be sharing our homeschool picks for our family subjects. Think science, Bible, art, music, history, social studies, geography, all those kind of things. And like I said in the beginning, these are my favorite. These truly feel like a buffet of resources. I've been a grazer my whole life, and I love to like graze from different resources. You'll see we have a buffet behind us. We have mountains of books, and I just love it that way. It's my favorite. So let's dive in. The first thing that we start our day with, that we start our couch subjects, our family subjects with, is of course Bible. I think it is the perfect way to start our day, a great foundation for the rest of the things that we learn that day. And so obviously we read the Bible, the real Bible, but I also love to include different resources to help us dive into different areas, different things we want to learn. I love the Charlotte Mason concept of habit training, of learning about values that we want to instill in our children. And I really like the way the Clarkson family teaches it. I've had an eye on this resource for a long time. Sally's book about homeschooling was maybe the second homeschooling book that I read, and I found myself in it. I was like, this is me. This is my kind of homeschool. And so when I saw this curriculum, I loved it. It talks really about creating a family culture. So who are we as a family? We listen to correction and accept discipline with a submissive spirit. We take personal responsibility to keep our home neat and clean at all times. We choose to be gracious even when we don't feel like it, like great things, but focused on the Word of God. And so we're going to be using this year, and I'm really excited about it. Next, for science, we're going to be continuing with the Sassafrass Science Adventures. We used volume 1 last year for zoology and really liked it. I felt like it was a gentle but also very fun story-based approach to science. So if you haven't seen it before, the base of this curriculum is the chapter book. It's about some twins that go to their uncle's house, and he's a little bit crazy. He's a crazy scientist, and he sends them on these science adventures. They come to his house saying that they hate science, they end up loving it. So in the zoology one, they traveled to different countries and learned about the animals there, and in this one they're going to be learning about anatomy, which I'm really interested in. And it comes with the student book, which is basically just like a notebook where they write down what they've learned, and then also the guide. The guide includes the experiments. It also includes different book suggestions, which is really great. I also love that Sassafrass Science has the option to order the curriculum with the experiments, which we know as homeschool moms is a blessing. We weren't super great about doing experiments last year, but I am hoping to be more intentional about that this school year. And I feel like, I don't know, it meshes even better with anatomy than with zoology. I feel like there's more that you can do experiment-wise and easily. To go along with that, I got the First Human Body Encyclopedia just to kind of dive a little bit deeper into the different body parts, organs, muscles, bones, those kind of things. Now, my favorite, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for so long. For social studies, history, geography, all that kind of stuff, we are going to be using On Mission Around the World from Gentle and Classical Press. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I've had my eyes on this curriculum for so long. And really, even before finding this curriculum, I had this idea, this concept, not even from this curriculum, from another curriculum I had seen, to learn about different countries and their cultures based on the missionaries that lived in those places. So using the stories, you'll see back here I have the YWAM missionary storybooks, using those stories to explore and to meet someone who really lived in those countries. Missions has been a passion of mine since I was little. I felt a call to missions when I was a very young child. Missionaries were my superstars. I remember at our church we would have missionaries visit and they would leave prayer cards, and one Sunday I took like 20 of the prayer cards that they had left. We had them on a little table, and I stuck together some printer paper, pasted the prayer cards, and put them on my wall. They were my superheroes. And my parents were missionaries. When I was a little bit older, I was a missionary kid, and my husband and I both still have a very strong passion for missions. So missions is a huge part of our family, and I really want to sow that seed of passion for missions in the hearts of my children. I feel like the missionary stories are very exciting and very inspiring, so that is kind of where the inspiration of all this came in. But we're going to be using this curriculum. This is the parent guide. It also comes with a lot of other stuff. It comes with like a notebook for them to write different things down. It comes with a passport for each country that we visit. The parent guide has lots of book suggestions that you can use. For example, we have this one, which is global art, so doing a art project that is connected to the country that we're learning about. But the coolest thing about this curriculum, Gentle and Classical Press has created these books that kind of are in a magazine format. And in each one, we are going to learn about missions, the country. So for example, this one, Exploring Brazil, history, geography, creature feature, so about an animal science that lives in that country, art and music, daily life, we're going to do a handcraft, special feature, and the food parade, so talking about the food in the country, and they're just beautiful. Just beautiful, 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 each and every one of them. They also have lots of other book recommendations that you could get like at your library to continue learning more about the country. I can't wait, I'm so excited, they're so beautiful. So here we have Brazil, we have Nigeria, Ethiopia, Madagascar, India, the one that we're going to start with, Guatemala, Ukraine, Netherlands, Australia, China, Saudi Arabia, and Ireland. So those are the countries we will be exploring this year. But in connection with that curriculum, I also got Around the World through picture books by Beautiful Feet. I felt like both of these curriculums would mesh really great together, and I have just been on the edge of my seat wanting to buy Beautiful Feet for a long time. So we're gonna mesh some of them together. Several of the countries that we explore in this curriculum and the other curriculum are the same, so we will explore those at the same time. I also plan on the ones that are different, we'll just go by continent. I'm super excited. Obviously, we know Beautiful Books comes with lots of beautiful books. I don't have those with me here today, but we have lots and lots of classic picture books that we're going to be exploring. Now, honestly, I do not think we're going to get through all of this in one school year, and I'm okay with that, totally okay with that. It is so rich, and I just want to savor it all. So this could definitely take 2 school years to go through, and I'm a-okay with that. We also have some Spanish resources that we will be exploring. We started looking through these last school year, and we will continue to do them this school year because we haven't finished them. So we have Poemas Colombianos para Niños. My husband is Colombian, and we went to Colombia a year and a half ago. And when we went, I brought back a ton of books because I really want my daughters to know and feel connected to that part of their culture. That's their culture. And so we're going to be reading this book as well as Historia de Colombia para Niños. It's a beautiful book. And so we're going to continue learning about Colombian history using this book. Oh, and like I was telling you, we will be learning more about the missionaries that lived in each of these countries. Now, we're not going to be reading one of these chapter books for each country that we explore, but for each region of the world, each couple of countries, we're going to be reading one of these books, The Christian Heroes Then and Now from YWAM. So we will be learning about Amy Carmichael, Cameron Townsend, Samuel Zwemer, Gladys Aylward, Brother Andrew, Mary Slessor, and John Flynn. So I think that's it. I'm sure we'll find other things that we'll want to add in as the school year goes on, because that always happens. But this is what I have as of the start of our 2025-2026 school year, and I'm so excited. I know that it will be a school year of lots of learning, just so rich, and I am excited. I've said this all the time in this video and in the previous videos, but it's true. I'm really excited. I love this. I love all the resources, all the books, all the curriculum. It just makes my homeschool mama heart happy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about anything we talked about today, leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel so you can join us for more in the future.